Hey everyone, it's Annette. Welcome to my channel. This is kind of a funny story, but I was filming this morning and then I was filming this video this morning, went out and did yard work for about 6 hours and then came in to edit my video, and for some reason the beginning of the video I lost the recording. So I'm going to redo it, but the lighting's going to be different because it's evening now, and it might not be exactly like the card at the end of the video. So I am going to keep that part of the video and just redo the beginning. So here goes. The card I'm making today, I'm going to be using a stencil from this pack from, I think it's called Faber-Castell. My video last week showed you how I prep these paper stencils to make them last longer. So I am going to be using, let's see, where did I put it? This design, because it looks like lattice when it's done, and I really like that. So I pre-treated this like I did in my video from last Wednesday. So you might want to check that out if you have paper stencils. And then I have my cardstock and my card panel and my mat already pre-cut. My panels are almost always for this size card, which is a US A2. The panels are 3 3/4 inch by 5, so 3 3/4 by 5. The mat layers 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I do like the way that leaves a nice like 1/4 inch border around, and it just looks very nice on the front of a card. So we're going to take the panel and we're going to put that down on our surface. I'm just going to tape it down a little bit with some low-tack tape. And then we'll position the stencil. Now I'm not going to stencil the whole front of the panel. I kind of want to create just a soft oval shading. So that is what we're going to do, but I am going to tape this stencil down so it doesn't move. And the color or the ink I'm going to use is from Gina K Designs. It's a dye ink, and this color is Moonlit Fog. Gina K's inks are just real high quality. They blend easily and they smooth out as they dry, so it has a really nice finish. And I'm just taking a blending brush, and I used it earlier this morning, so it's the same. I know the same color is on here because I haven't crafted since I made the video. So I'm just going to go back in to the ink, and with a very light pressure, I'm going to start in the middle and then just kind of blend in an oval. And again, going very light. And it's hard to see while the stencil is down. You know, it's really hard to see the color going down, but it's there. And when I lift the stencil, you'll see it for sure. Okay, so that is all I'm going to do. And you can always check if you're doing this technique. Just lift it up and check. And I like the way that looks. So that looks good. And I'm just going to take a damp chamois towel. Let me cover my ink. And I'll just wipe over the stencil. It takes the ink right off. All right, so that's that. And with the ink that's left over on my blending tool, I'm going to just go around the edges just to soften them up a little bit. This video has me flustered. I've never lost footage before, but I guess there's the first time for everything, and not a big deal. These are so simple to do. All right, and once you get the shading around the edging, you know, the way you want it, and I like that. It's very subtle. It looks white on the video, I know, but it's there, trust me. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to do some ink splatting. Let me get my stamps out of the way. Get these out of the way. And I'm going to bring in my cardboard box that I've had for many years, and I just use it to spray paint and and all kinds of other stuff. So I'm just going to lay the cardstock or the card panel in there, and I'm going to use an acrylic block and Gina K's black Onyx ink. And I'm just going to put some ink down. It doesn't need a lot. And where is my number 2 brush? Here it is. I'm going to pull in a paintbrush. It's our number 2 round, and I'm just going to give this ink a tiny bit of water, just a little bit. And I'll also wet my brush. And I just want to splatter some black ink, just a little bit, not real heavy. And I like the number 2 brush because it puts tiny little droplets down. So I usually just tap the brush, and I start off on the paper towel just so I don't get big globs. And it puts a nice, I'm kind of going on a diagonal from bottom left to top right. And that's all I'm going to do with that. And let me grab a paper towel. I'm done with that ink. We'll just wipe it up while it's still wet. Easy cleanup. And get my brush spritz. Okay. Tip also when you're cleaning brushes, when they're wet, after you clean them, keep them lying flat to dry. If you put them back in a container or wherever you store them, some people use mason jars, the water will run down the barrel, and over time, that's not good for the brushes. So I just clean mine off, and I just let them set and air dry. All right, let's go back to the card. So what I'm going to do next is do some stamping, and I'm going to bring in my mini Misty, and I have a waffle flower grip mat in there, and it's tacky. You've heard me talk about that before, but it holds the cardstock down nicely so it doesn't move. But since I'm stamping and I might have to stamp it twice, I like to tape it down. Okay. Alrighty, so the first stamp I'm going to use, this is from Gina K, and this stamp set is called, all right, and I'm using the thank you greeting from that, and we're going to put that right on the bottom. And I am going to use a stamp from another set that's not Gina K. This was probably one of the first stamp sets that I bought. I don't know where I got it, and I lost the original packaging. So the reason behind this card is a friend of mine gave me a gift that was kind of related to herbs or herbs, however you say it. But I have this stamp set that has different herbs, and I thought I would do a thank you card using one of them. So I'm using the thyme, or the thyme stamp, and I'm going to center it kind of in the middle because I'm going to stamp that there and the thank you at the bottom. Okay, let me just make sure that's straight. And then I'm not going to ink them up both at the same time. And this is why different manufacturers will have different thicknesses of their stamps. So Gina K's stamps are very high quality. There's always a nice loft to her stamp. And this stamp is not as the depth, the loft is probably about half of Gina K's. So this is not going to, even if I put ink on it and stamped this isn't even going to hit the paper because this is going to keep it raised up. So I'm just going to stamp the greeting below first. Hopefully that made sense. That was a long way to go around explaining that. Okay. And that's what you get when you have a high quality stamp. They stamp beautifully most often on the first attempt. All right, so we will clean that, and I'm just cleaning it with a damp towel. Put the stamp away. And then we'll go ahead and stamp the herb. We'll do that next. I'm just pressing lightly on it. And actually that looks pretty good. Nailed it on the first try for each of them. That doesn't happen very often in my world. Okay. And then I think that is where we end this, and we'll pick it up in the next scene with the original video. And I'm just going to be taping the panel to the matte layer and onto the card, on the card base. So continuing on. Okay. And then we'll just kind of eyeball, make sure the edges have even black border going around. And then you just position it, and then there you go. Nail the landing. All right. And then this will get adhered to the front of the card. All right. And there you go. And that is it. That is a quick, elegant thank you card. It says, thank you. You are so kind. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Until next time, make it a great day. You can find this card and others on my website, ascarddesign.com. I also have sticker sheets and a blog, so visit that and have some fun looking around there. Be sure to like this channel if you like my videos, and tune in next week. I have a video every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Till next time, bye-bye.